Okay, Captain.
Don't roll like that.
I was going
That's how I
to
always
print
roll.
this out, but I forgot. So there you go.
Oh, he's Captain's log. Here we go.
Okay.
I've got a
Captain
rare kind of cancer.
Supplemental.
I
Thanks to the
clearly
efforts
rolled
of my
one.
crew, I have been rescued and can now concentrate on the big priority, winning the big race. Our opponents, Klingons, have been tough competitors and have comported themselves with customary Klingon honour. I believe that we have what it takes to beat them, but we cannot relax. Today's race will be hard on our ship. Only if we give our absolute best will we prevail.
Okay.
All right, should we do this?
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Okay, so as you can see, the two starships are on the starting block. The Tamworth.
Are we facing in a particular direction?
Yes, well, the thing... Okay, so here's the deal. You can go whatever direction you like. The bottom line is, you've got to end up...
Who's in charge?
Urban is.
Urban is the
Excellent.
Any
captain.
direction but that way, Urban, or this way. Or, oh no, that's us, or that way.
You're like, what's his face from America's Cup?
Bother. I just realised something I hadn't done.
Bob Hall.
Alan Bond.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hitler.
Hitler from the America's Cup.
I didn't read that comic.
One of Peter's alternate history
Look,
fictions.
Like Robo Hitler thing.
Oh,
He's
no.
also obliged to bring Hitler up at least once a role playing
Oh,
session.
I know,
So
right.
he just was using that opportunity to get it out of the way.
I was thinking of the
He's
American
getting it out of the
Cup
way.
with the sun's tan lotion he always like militarily applies to his face or whatever. But I was also thinking about Hitler today
Why?
because I think
Because-
about Hitler every
I know you do.
He does.
It was that hour of the
To
day.
mention Hitler at least
Think
once.
about Hitler
I was
every
watching-
day.
I was watching the critical.
It's in his contract.
I was watching the Critical Drinker, and he was
Ah, the critical.
he was talking about the latest
Critical drink.
like
It's a YouTube channel.
he was talking about the latest Cruella de Vil movie.
Cruella.
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, from 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah,
She
the-
has her own spin-off film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Emma Stone
Yeah,
one.
Glenn
yeah.
Close.
They're trying to make her into
No,
something.
not Glenn. No, Emma Stone is doing.
Yeah.
It's a
Which makes
prequel.
sense.
It's just called
You can
Cruella.
swap Emma Stone out for Glenn Close, especially once.
No, now you couldn't.
Now he was just commenting on how
Anyway.
they're trying to turn her into a sympathetic character, the same way they did with
Hitler.
No,
So I missed that movie.
We are kind of wondering where you're going with
the
this.
reason
Werner
I
von
thought
Braun.
of Hitler was because Hitler is actually a Disney cartoon character.
No, he's real.
Hang on, I got to cut this part out.
No,
No, it's
23
true.
minutes.
Walt Disney originally drew Hitler before.
He's appeared in at least several Disney cartoons.
Yes, but he's
And
put
then
in
some
Warner Brothers
original-
cartoons as well.
Right, and then some Rudolph von Guy decided to be like, I'll be that character, and I'll change my name.
Adolf Plubchik saw this cartoon. I went, you know what?
That's an idea.
That's for me.
That's for me.
Meanwhile,
Jeez.
I'll just give up on this explanation. Interested.
We're not.
I don't know, I
we are not.
And what? And she's not a
You're
sympathetic
casting
character.
your
She's a
pearls.
woman that likes to wear dog skin, and
Yeah,
you've had enough.
she's-
It's like Silence of the Lambs in Disney Plus.
I don't really care. I just thought it was an interesting point. I just thought, hang on, they could do that with Hitler.
Oh God, they cannot do that with
Because
Hitler.
he was a Disney cartoon
You can be
character.
feel sorry for Hitler at least briefly.
does that mean if Hitler
The
appears in a
screams
movie,
of
the
over
Empire-
6 million dead Jews would beg to differ.
and all the gypsies and the homosexuals.
Good Lord.
If you can rewrite Cruella,
And
you can
intellectually
rewrite
retarded.
it.
No, you
And-
can. Well, I was
and
going to say you could
communists.
rewrite Hitler, and don't you dare
I've
say
just
that
got
you
this image
cannot.
in my mind
Do
of Disney doing copyright violations every time
How?
Hitler appears in a movie.
How are you going to change Hitler into a sympathetic character?
I don't know.
How are people
Well,
going to
first you
feel
have to
sorry for
explain to
him?
everyone how he's a fictional character.
Oh,
You just have to have.
Then it's on for
You
young
just have
adults.
to do what they're doing in the movie, make him a younger person. Starting off at school when
Before he grew them a
kicks
Yeah, and
snowball.
Wittgenstein's picking on him.
Yeah, he cheats at snowballs.
He cheats at snowballs.
That's why the Holocaust happened.
I'm getting a
Wittgenstein
little
cheated
annoyed with
at
myself.
snowballs.
Oh, God.
Because I've just realised I'm thinking exactly where the box I need it is. It's sitting on my chest of drawers at home.
Oh,
It's got
anyway.
all my space stuff. So I'm just
We'll
wondering.
do with this.
You should watch Boys from Brazil.
That's got Hitler.
You'll
in it.
never be the same.
It's one of Disneyland's best films.
That's got Hitler as a sympathetic character. It does.
So sympathetic at the end.
Oh yeah, he's very sympathetic.
I do have Jojo Rabbit
Oh,
queued up for me to-
Eva.
When you see young Hitler sing "When You Wish Upon a Star," you will cry.
And you
It's very moving.
I won't.
One day, Herman, I'll be up there with the grades.
Anyway.
Everybody will say my name.
Yeah, that
Okay,
will.
that's your allocated 5 minutes. On with the game.
Okay. Right. Okay, so let's start that again. The 2 starships are on the bridge. Now, a reminder that
26
if you
minutes.
now, so the blue spots represent points on the map where there is a hazard. You
Right.
can detect those with a successful science roll. The engineering department, a successful engineering roll will allow you to add an extra. Your normal movement is 3. Successful engineering roll will allow you to add 1 to 2. A good one will allow you to add 1. A great one will allow you to add 2.
Sweet, that's great.
The operations characters, you sit tight. You'll get your chance.
I can smell it now. I can, honestly, I can.
Yeah,
With
I
the,
reckon
when the
he's
No,
wind
it's
blows.
psychosomatic.
Quite a lot on. So
I'm like,
you
is
use
that
quite a
what?
lot.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, it
Meanwhile-
doesn't bother me. I'm just like, now I notice it.
Now, meanwhile, can we stop hassling? Poor old Peter's
Yeah,
starting
poor
to
old
get a
Peter's
complex
being
here.
I'm sorry, I had to point it out because it's like
I think you smell nice. You really do.
we can cut
It wasn't
everything
a
up
bad
to
smell.
that point.
We are.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Nurses at the hospital were amazed at how young I looked as well.
It's all the Omo. It's keeping you young.
When I got probed.
Why did you get that?
He
So
got
I
a
was
cold.
50.
He got a one of those the C word with the up the puberty
And I had
books.
the positive result.
Sorry,
of the probe.
that's right. Ops,
Well, did
you
you-
handle the shields. So if the ship
I'm gonna get
ship
both.
loses
Oh, yeah, no, they're
shielding,
gonna get a
your
lot.
job is to get it back up and running again.
He
Okay.
doesn't know what it's for.
I thought I did.
Captain,
I thought
you're
you did too.
trying to control this
missed
whole
that
lot of
email.
guys.
the cats.
Heaven forbid. May heaven help your soul.
But you're
This guy here, he's
just
responsible
got-
for
That was 2 years ago. I'd be
for
dead now.
steering.
You got inflammable
steering.
bowel, what's it or something.
And
Yeah.
if you
I think
if
I
you
might do it.
if you want to roll for it, you can roll for it. You can get an extra turn of the ship. So
okay. All right.
you can turn it any direction you like at any time. But it's got to once it's done that, it's got to travel in that direction.
Sure.
Momentum.
And you
It's a pitch.
you can shoot, and obviously you get 3 shots each time we if there's an enemy. You get 3 shots. You can choose whether the shots all go to the one enemy or whether the enemies.
There's enemies.
They're
blue
blue.
things.
There's robot things. that
Oh,
attack us.
robot
drones.
drones.
Yeah.
Don't miss Lomax. Far out. Come on. Hit the bloody thing.
So what's the goal here?
I will hit
The
everything.
goal here
there.
is
Bloody
your
good.
job. The Klingons are here. Your job is to get over there where the Klingons are, the finish.
So
The Klingons are doing the same thing but in
because
reverse.
they've got to get to the
We have
start.
to go around that thing.
Yeah, and that's the beacon. You've got to, so in other words,
Around
you can
the
go
void.
whatever direction you like, but you must go around the beacon.
It's going to
Okay?
get narrow.
So this is the
Oh,
This
is
is
this how we can win the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs?
that's the one. Yep,
Stop it.
exactly.
Stop. Nope. Stop.
So
What do we get if we win, by the way?
you get absolute honor and glory for the Federation.
Just lording over the Klingons. is
Lording
like
over the
enough.
Klingons. Come on,
Bragging
you
rights.
know perfectly well that's a pretty
Yeah.
damn good thing to have.
Hopefully they'll kill themselves if they lose. That would be the honourable
the
thing.
mystical dagger of Gandalf.
Yeah, exactly.
Gandalf.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
No, it's a tug.
No, it's Gandalf. The mystical
No,
All right, so
the letter G doesn't exist in the Klingon
All right.
language.
Captain, which way do you want to go? Like, what do you want to do?
Okay, so the signal goes and the game is afoot. More.
Let's hope it's more than that.
No, it's two Daves come out and go,
2 days.
Hey, how come they got to move first? Did we lose initiative?
each as tall as the other.
Because you guys were still talking.
Oh, see, they're cheating already. Captains
Irvin
are cheating
wasn't
already.
talking, and he's the captain.
Yeah.
But he wasn't making decisions.
Oh, by the way, science department, you can check.
I want to be here now.
Good idea. We're there.
I'm
Excellent.
not sure it works that way. Or maybe
No,
it does.
you
Oh,
I thought we
can't
had to
just
move
transport
to
the
3.
ship. Now the Klingons are
Can I hit that thing?
They go to scan for that one.
Oh, if we stay community and make Saxon the captain.
Oh God!
can,
Why
like-
would we want to? Why? Why are we
Are you
doing
going to
this?
throw me overboard or just leave me in the cupboard?
What? To
But
make
we
the
went
ship
to all the
lighter or
trouble
something?
of
What are you
rescuing
trying to
him in the
say?
first place.
Yeah, why don't you just leave me in the...
Oh, true. We could win.
He
Easy.
could do like a Saxon would do, though. We'd be there.
He won't respect the boundaries of hexes.
Yes, one.
Exactly.
Did they blow up?
This turns out to be an asteroid which whacks into the Klingon ship right on the hull,
Suck
and
shit.
it loses a piece of shield.
Yay! I hope we can see it from where we are and we cheer.
Okay,
Suffering your jocks.
That was you can't drive
you might
the
want
shit.
to you might want to move the ship at some stage.
Okay, let's
How
go.
far can we move the ship?
3.
Don't move backwards. Go forwards.
3.
I don't know. How far can we move the ship?
You can move it 3, but if the engineers roll well, you can go further.
Go on, roll well, Ray.
Depending on
come
how
on.
well they
Ray,
roll.
do it. Do it.
And
do
it's on-
it,
rolling on him.
Do it.
You're rolling on engineering.
Yeah.
2. Okay, righto. So you don't roll well enough to get extra thrust. You can just go 3. That's all you can do. However,
Got to hit the thing.
Oh, ow.
you
I
okay?
didn't do it. Wasn't
Ow.
me.
He honestly wasn't moving.
I haven't touched you.
I know. I know it
And
wasn't.
you know
Do you
how you
scream this a
smell?
lot when you're at work and stuff?
No, the surgeon did it to me. It wasn't Peter's
Oh
fault.
God.
Okay, right.
I think your personal space is slowly increasing.
Slowly increasing.
We're in my personal bubble. I'm on the other side of the street. Go further.
I was sitting. had my leg crossed up, which is
Alright,
something I haven't
Saxon,
been
can
able
you
to do for
detect the
weeks.
blue thing that's in front
No,
of
he
us?
can't,
Shit.
And
because
then-
that's the science officer's
And then
job.
when I stretched it back out
Science
again,
officer,
it was
make
like,
a roll.
oh, sorry.
Science officer,
I
you
thought
can
you
normally
were- I thought
detect
you were
one,
Vulcan.
but if you successfully roll, you can detect 2 or even
What
3.
do you do?
What's your science skill?
What do you do on the ship? What's your role?
5.
I'm
Okay, that is a
operations
superb
manager. I have
roll.
no idea
So you get
what
to,
that
you get to
involves. Is that a
detect
job
3 of these
Are
things.
you get a job? Do we pay you?
This one... This
What do you
one-
do,
Yes,
sir?
and yes.
Okay, righto. Okay, this one
I look over and point at him
turns
and go, what's
into
his
3
job?
drones.
Yeah, just
Okay,
put your finger there.
3 drones. Hang on. I know what I'll
Start
do.
watching lower decks.
Oh, I can probably
Yes.
find some
I've
counters for
seen a
you.
few lower decks.
There we go, that's good.
Yeah.
The
3 drones.
It's free drones.
This one here,
They're funny.
is a 1.
that is also, that
What was the
is...
Miles O'Brien reference?
What if
That
it's- I haven't
stays
seen
what it
many
is, but
episodes.
that's an
I've only watched
asteroid.
about 3 of them so far.
Okay, there's a Miles O'Brien
Plastic
reference.
tiki, okay,
Yeah.
you had the asteroid.
At the end, there was a right code in one of the episodes that would have a far
And the third one?
What the hell is that?
It's a plastic
lesson.
tiki.
I know, that's what it is, but-
That is-
Guys, plastic tiki.
That is a single drone.
Captain, the giant plastic tiki is closing.
Plastic tiki of doom.
Soon it will consume the
I
entire
started watching
galaxy.
Die Hard 2 last night.
Okay.
Miles O'Brien was the co-pilot of the plane that smacked into the runway.
Oh, God.
I'll just
Where were you watching that?
Captain?
On what?
Captain, your command
I
skill.
think it was on.
Roll on your command skill.
Oh, okay.
Roll.
That'll work.
You've got all the Die Hard.
Oh, thank you.
Different colours.
I haven't looked through all of the stuff they've got, but
2.
2, okay, and the asteroid, the drones roll against you, but you still beat them. So you get to shoot before they get to shoot you.
go.
I shall shoot 3
Shoot something.
times at the drone.
My grandma gave me that plastic tiki.
It's not a plastic tiki, it's a drone.
You got,
It's
you got
no-
remember you got a total of 4
I
drones.
don't actually have that much attachment to it because it's just a,
It's 12 miles
You
long.
should.
just a piece of
And
old
will
plastic.
consume the galaxy.
Don't be like that. One day you'll roll. Here we go. Nothing. And then you got
4.
Really bored.
Okay, so first one is a hit.
so when you hit one.
That's about it.
Oh, 3. Isn't it? No, 2.
Well,
I
we got
2.
even
Two,
without
that's
that
not a hit.
backstory, we got the reference because as soon as it came up and said, "Oh, Brian, this is one of the greatest heroes."
3.
Okay, that's a hit.
That's a good one.
So allocate your hits appropriately. Okay, so it fires at you,
Oh, no.
and remember you got 3 layers of shield.
Shoots!
It misses. It gets 2 shots.
Made out of greenstone.
Each drone gets 2 shots.
What's greenstone for the one?
That one misses as
Not
well.
that.
It's not bad, probably.
just plastic.
I think that's plastic, man.
That one misses. Boy, oh boy, these drones are hopeless. There we go, and that one hits.
Oh, that's a critical.
So the Tamworth loses a layer of shield.
Got 2 layers there.
Okay.
Good thing the race is
Now,
almost over.
also,
Yes.
helmsman,
Yes.
you need to roll for evasive manoeuvres. So your con skill,
6.
you miss the asteroid sweeps past you without a problem.
Hey!
Okay,
Recycle
So you've
plastic
lost-
tiki for another purpose.
you've lost lost 1 layer of shield. Okay, so hang on a minute. I just realised.
Basically, my grandma on my mother's side went overseas for the first time in her life to New Zealand and brought us back plastic tikis from the 1970s.
They're chiseled in mould line.
Because I was under 10 at the time, so I would have got that.
Perfect. It's beautiful.
Oh, no, it was a little older. But yeah, it was either very early 80s or late
Little
70s
tiki.
era plastic tiki
Okay.
from the airport, probably.
Oh, okay, not even from like some native.
Oh no,
that
she
carved
probably
it, handcarved
bought it. Yeah, hand carved it out of green plastic.
It was probably.
You don't know. You
Klingon
don't
man
know.
was
You weren't
turned
there.
Way on the
I'm
New
pretty sure there was
Zealand
a point in
flight.
my life
Sorry?
I saw one of these
Probably
like
a
on a
giveaway.
weekend.
It could have easily been a giveaway to a New Zealand flight.
I used to give it a lot of those away.
supposed to be
And she went, what am I going to do
Shortest
with
direction
this?
is a straight
I
line.
know,
isn't
I'll
it?
give them to my
Just go at it.
grandsons.
That's my thinking is
Yeah.
to just
'Cause
keep
we all
going
got
till
Just
we
go at
hear-
it.
And for some reason, I've still got it all these
We've got to
years
get
later.
around that way, don't we?
Okay, that one.
Unless we head up.
Of course, when I was a little kid, I didn't know
I
I did
all
this.
the
It
lines are.
was just this
Where was that one? Yeah.
Yeah,
little
no.
green man.
So we
Suck
can't
a
go
bit.
in a straight line. That's why I'm thinking of
It's
going.
clear representation of the devil.
There and then turn.
Oh, it's a wonder.
Sure.
Somebody didn't say that to me at some point.
It's going to get tight in there.
Okay, the Klingon's up against 4 drones.
Clearly, my grandma was pretty relaxed about it all. That was my thing about my grandma on that side. She was pretty relaxed about all that stuff.
The drones get initiative on the Klingons, and all 4 of them fire.
She died when I was like 13.
Misses.
You know, so I don't really have
Hits.
Yes.
all my memories of her from my childhood.
Misses.
Excellent. Hit it again. Come on, hit it again.
Misses.
Good.
Misses.
Damn it.
Taking notes as to what-
Misses.
Depending on the drone density, neither of us are going to survive.
Misses.
I know, right? How many things are
It's
attacking
been
it?
recorded for YouTube. That's
4.
the only record we have.
Misses. So it only hits the Klingon once.
These drones. I was going to say they're crap, but actually, these ones are crap. The other ones we have to face later, they're going to be deadly, aren't they?
Well, if they roll enough, if they have enough rolls,
Should we go
they'll
down to
get
the
us
map?
eventually.
We should probably go down to the map.
They've got
There
Nerf
you
guns,
go.
but they have Gatling Nerf guns.
Okay, so the Klingon fires.
Eventually, they'll hit us in the eye.
Fires its shots. It
Let's
misses.
see what's happening.
But they would see my pretty face.
I know the fans will be destroyed.
No one wants to see your pretty face.
No,
Misses.
they,
You
Okay.
said I was pretty.
they want to see your manky
No one
face.
wants to see your pretty
face. I heard it. It's so true.
It
Now,
rubs the
Dave,
lotion on its skin, or it gets
The
the hose
audience
clap
wants
again.
to see your manky leg.
Oh,
No, well, it's all covered up at the
It's
moment.
Going to look like a crater.
It's not. It looks much nicer this week than it did last.
I
Okay.
can't wait to see it in 3 weeks. It's going to be amazing.
Oh well, no one's gonna. I'm not even.
You gonna
I'm
order
not-
your crew to do
It'll all
something?
be covered in.
Come on.
Fly!
I want to see it.
Fly, my winged monkeys,
It'll be
fly!
inside a cast. I won't be able to. I won't be able to look at it, let alone
I want to see
anyone
like
else.
the
You want to try
Well,
again?
once the cast comes
Should
in,
I shoot it?
then you'll
I
get
will
to
shoot
see
it.
it.
Should I shoot
Oh,
it?
you
The
know,
drone?
Yeah, well, you're just making this decision.
How far we can get.
Okay, I won't shoot at the drone to the captain.
And the great thing is you'll
Two
never
again?
be able to see us.
So,
like we
no,
can.
that's not
That's
enough
true,
to
it's like-
increase.
I know.
It's not,
I'll
not a
be able to
problem.
go,
You can
"Oh,
move, but you
Jesus
can
Christ,
only move your
what is it?"
regulation 3.
Would you like me to shoot at the drone as we go by?
see your
Is the drone going to keep shooting at us? Or is
Yes,
it?
it's going to keep
Oh,
shooting
well,
at
then
it.
definitely.
So you can roll for its initiative. So against your captaincy,
They'll knock me out, though.
You
They'll knock me out, and that blanks the next door will go.
you got to beat 3.
5.
You beat 3,
Yeah.
so he
That's what
fired.
he's been practicing for weeks.
He misses.
Can I shoot? I get 3 shots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
3
plan
shots
is
so
to
you-
take your leg off, and he's going to do it.
Hang on.
And then put it through the Malta.
Your
Captain.
Your shooting
What was
provides
that? Look at-
suction.
No, try another one.
Cowboy Jones has joined the garden.
Now this time with him screaming.
A hit.
There we go. That's a hit. Yeah, that one's gone.
Well done.
It was looking dicey for a second.
Have you got another shot? Can you shoot this one? Or
Is
is it
that-
still too
the
far?
shark-
He shot his 3 shots and missed on
Is
3.
that a pun because
They
you were
put the
rolling
shark
dice?
in a-
Or
Yes,
That
that's
was
deliberate.
the shark in an aquarium.
that was not even funny.
And then it vomited
Exactly.
up an arm with a tattoo on it.
Oh, so they identified whose
What
it
the
was?
heck?
Do I wish to know?
Shark vomited up an arm.
Is this
Yeah.
recently or?
No, in the 40s.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard this
Okay,
story.
right. Okay, so are you? So you've moved, you've shot. You might want to. Actually, that one's going to fire at you first, but it's going to do jack all because it can't shoot for peanuts.
At the moment. Right, we can't move. It's their turn or what?
It's their turn.
Okay, so
They've still got 3 drones to contend with.
what you might want to do though is, considering your shields are normally at 3 and you're currently at 2, this might be a good time for the ops officer to get a good roll.
Mr. Frith!
You will be rolling in for me.
Why? Why can't you roll?
Because I'm too far away because of COVID. My operation skill is
Just get
4.
COVID.
Yes. That's why he came
He,
from.
he shouldn't have come.
It's a
then.
plus.
Saxon,
2 pluses.
No, he's
Okay.
just no.
2 pluses.
No.
In
2
19
pluses.
Don't ask
Yes,
him.
he gets it.
No.
He gets enough. So the Tamworth has restored to full shields.
Based on my
Yay.
job, I kind of
Am I doing the numbers right?
In
Yeah, add these to your
1945,
number.
He's
your
keeping
thing.
Yeah.
his distance, unlike us.
in
Like, he's being more responsible
1955,
than
shark
we
on
are.
display.
No, actually,
in
I'm using the
Australia.
excuse of
He's
keeping my
responsible.
distance. Basically, I'm really being lazy ass.
Fair enough. That's
So
also
was that right?
acceptable.
Never thought
In
I'd see Saxon being
1935,
responsible.
in display in an Australian aquarium, a
Not
shark
got a
vomited up a
bicycle.
human arm.
No.
That's not
You're
fair.
supposed to go, who are you and what have you done with the real Saxon?
Liegt Radio und
Maybe he brings his
Spitzfire.
own sound.
I'm totally
Oh,
fucking
it
this
can-
up.
Okay, the Klingon engineer rolls.
It says that only in German.
Yeah.
Klingon gets to move 4.
Handy if you're a
Klingon
scientist.
helmsman rolls. Klingon helmsman can only do 1 turn, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, he's off the edge of the world. He dies.
You see, this is
Klingon-
in the future. This will be the reverse.
Scientist.
What? A Stadler pencil.
A Stadler pencil case. Pencil box.
If that survived a whole bunch, why am I even taking this seriously? I don't know.
It's just because it's got the same piece of information in 4 different languages on it.
I told you at the Cabramatta Golf Club I played with a bloke with the surname Faber, and I made a joke like the pencils, and he went, "Yes, my family half owns the company."
We had a research
Yep, he
assistant.
was that Faber.
Yeah. Well, we had the Faber-Castells in my lab. We had a Faber-Castell
Would that be Alia?
of the pencil company.
Would that be Alia?
I can't remember what her first name was, to be perfectly honest.
Alia
Human arm with a piece of rope around
There
it.
you go, girl at Macquarie, that's all.
And Macquarie Uni.
Yeah.
Well, then that would have been her.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I can't
Because
imagine
I was
there
like,
was more.
"Oh, like the pencils." Anyway,
Because we're
yeah, that's
mentioning
me.
people's names on this thing, but I think
That's not funny.
Did you keep laughing? Or
No,
stop?
yeah, a little bit into the people looking at me going,
Well, we used to. I
But
can
I
remember
also,
the first time I met
had
her.
Gough Whitlam's
Did you get a
granddaughter.
hit of God? You're in
No.
I remember I used to
I told him I was a
hassled her
teacher
once,
and I like pencils.
and I said, "So you're Faber-Castell, like the pencils?"
Did you say I'm Stroud
She
like the
smiles and
town?
she pulls out her
Why are you still
her
alive?
credit card, which
Should've.
had Countess.
Why didn't I
Countess,
say that?
yes,
Something
exactly.
good. Like, well, screw your massive
Okay.
billion-dollar
Like
pencil
that.
factories.
Yes.
I've
The
got a very
Klingons have just
small
revealed
town.
Town.
The Klingons have just
Nowhere.
revealed a super drone.
Okay,
Stuff in
what
it.
were their properties?
Super drone has 2 shields as well as twice
That's
base
Glenn Rowan.
power.
But this one's Stiedler,
I'm sure you told me a story of going to Stroud.
the natural enemy of the Faber-Castell.
That's a lovely little town, but no.
Okay, so the Klingons get to shoot first.
Houses are
Hang on,
cheap.
but this
They have a
is.
I
Swiss
might retire
restaurant.
there.
Oh, is there a
Why is
different
it
brand of pencil?
They have a Swiss restaurant.
Somebody at some point
Do they?
bought a box of
Sure, they
pencils,
did
and
have
this is all
20
the
years
left.
ago.
Oh, okay.
20, 30
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago.
Klingons have a
Amazing
hit.
how many
Brought a
Swiss
Faber-Castell.
restaurants there were around.
Both of
20
these things
years
can
ago.
happen in the same
2
universe.
hits.
We got
Right
thrown
now
out.
they've
We got
there's only one in.
Well, we might have staffed them back in the same.
Oh, that's
hang
bad.
on.
3 hits.
It's run out of a Swiss restaurant.
Yes, they do
Klingons
say
have
Faber.
wiped
I think there's been a
Your card
takeover
needs
and
to
no
go
one's
up.
told you.
That's the one thing the Swiss can't.
Okay.
This Stiedler box is full of
Toes.
Faber-Castell pencils.
There.
How did this happen?
Take your filthy feet out of my restaurant.
Who brought these
Yeah, like they've got
pencils?
that-
There you remind us you have feet.
They have that toe fetish thing.
Okay, the Klingons have just taken a beating there.
Very
Yes.
confused.
The Klingons are down to 0 shields.
Excellent. So if they blow up, do we automatically
I
win or
don't
we
know
have
how
to
to
complete the
explain
race?
this.
Again, because of the
Now we
thinking.
probably have to finish. It just means we've got
Come
a more
on.
leisurely time. Actually, hold on a second.
Unless
No,
they're
well,
just
Is
if
this
the
against
same
the clock
like
or
they-
against the
just the
opponent?
same.
Both.
It's against the opponent,
Yes,
but the
excellent.
thing about it is to simulate the conditions
Should I
of
shoot?
Starship work. They get to they get simulated damage.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, okay.
So it is simulated. Nobody's going to die,
Shame.
but it is. But it's
job.
like so if they keep
Hang on. What
if
if
they
I
keep
I
doing
think we
this, they
should
will
take off
lose
the
assistance.
do this
Okay.
Take off the what?
Safety.
and then do that?
So we really
I
die
fucked
if
it
it
up.
goes all wrong.
It would be the honourable
Oh,
one to do.
It would be
I
honourable.
could do this.
Aye, Captain. Safety's off.
Go.
I just see this tiny little switch.
It is. It's probably on the side of your chair. All right, now we'll see under pressure.
4. Yeah.
What are you actually
78.
doing?
He wants to take the safeties off so we actually feel the damage.
Drops on the ship. The safety goes off from the holodeck, but not the holodeck itself.
You're being sneaky.
What is this?
You want to bombard them with holodeck projections?
What's happening? Is it accurate?
Don't cheat.
Yeah, the Klingons have just had their go, so it's your
Unless
turn.
they cheat, then we cheat.
They're about to get blown up by super
My
drone.
plan is to just keep going.
What?
Let's go straight ahead, yeah.
What?
And then-
isn't there
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so you have to
So-
do that.
isn't there a
Three
drone,
drones.
drone in our way?
Thank
Drone
you.
in our way? No.
No, there'll be drones everywhere. We don't really
Oh,
have.
we knocked one of those drones. and we
So
got a big
exactly
freeze.
even. So
3.
Where do you reckon it
Three.
was? There.
3,
Yeah,
we get an
pretty
extra boost.
Should I shoot as we
So you
approach
get
the
3.
drone?
You can go up to 4.
Vansky, Toski, Treski.
Yay!
Captain, should I shoot as we approach the drone?
Yes, please.
Okay, I will shoot now.
Then I want the science officer to tell us what this is.
I rolled a 5.
Ping, ping.
Okay, you roll a 5. That means it's dead.
It's not a super drone.
It's not a super drone.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Okay, so you
And
can
this one as well.
you can pick 3. You can pick 3 drones and 3 targets and find out what they are.
So I have to roll 3 times.
Yep, 3 times.
So I got a 5 for the one there.
Yep.
One is a hamster.
For the one there,
Now dead.
I hope
I
Hang on,
got-
sorry. No, what I'm talking about. You've already rolled, so that you get your 3.
so.
So
What's this?
that one.
Oh, that's
That
right.
one is. That one is. That's drones. How many? 1 drone. So there you go. 1 regular drone.
The other is
Okay, next
a
one.
black hole. A super
This
black
one, because
hole.
these are close enough to affect us.
That
aren't
one
they?
is
Antimatter.
that one is an asteroid.
And if it was
that
Pete's
could be
game,
Tiki.
the other one would be the heart of Hitler.
Is this one close enough to affect us?
Yeah, that one's close enough. Yep.
Sucking everything into it.
There's no way you're meeting Hitler.
That one is a drone, and it is 1.
I'll keep
so
you.
only 1 drone. Yeah, you're in reasonable
Theoretically,
shape.
he could.
But the one behind you there
I
has just
told you.
activated,
But no.
Oh
Kill
no!
the baby.
Which
and it turns out to be nothing.
And then see what happens.
So I take it away.
Take it away.
So,
Okay.
have you got
Would that
still
be
shots
wrong?
for it?
That'd only affect his Indiana Jones campaign. There.
Have you got any shots left?
Yeah, it's
I
very
got
likely
2.
to play that again. Well, we could.
Okay, here we
There's
go.
so many other things in the queue. What's the
That's a
problem?
hit.
We could
Why
play
did we-
like
How many
a
ones?
historic Nazi
I'm
occultism.
going for that
You would
one.
definitely
Sorry,
beat
good.
Hitler then.
Actually, I'm just going to
It's been working for him.
Yes,
initiative.
It'll be one of his clones, though.
probably.
And there'll be
That's
like
4.
hundreds of them.
Okay, yeah,
What's
that's a
this
hit.
for? Your game.
I don't know.
Okay, so 2. Yeah, they're both
Yeah,
dead.
Boys from Brazil, the role-playing game.
Oh, we all get to play a boy from Brazil.
We do. We all get to be little Hitler.
I don't
Fighting for the dominance
get
That
of the
actually
world.
sounds like a high concept for a board game
because
rather
we
than a
get to
role
choose
playing
the-
game.
we-
It does sound
we
like
get
a
to
high
choose
concept
an
board
individual
game.
hobby to obsess about.
That's not a bad idea.
Actually, we
I
haven't
like
played.
that.
We haven't played Secret Hitler.
We're all little Hitler clones, but
Yeah.
only one of us lives to
To
be an
get to
adult.
the- yeah.
The rest of us all die on the way.
See, that was the game.
That is a good idea.
That was the game I
like
should have
that.
brought along 2 weeks
Okay,
ago.
cling on.
We could have all played that.
What, Boys from Brazil, the game,
Secret
board
Hitler.
game? Secret Hitler, right.
Okay, Klingons.
It's a game for as many
That
people
one.
as what you've got.
You sort of, I think it's like you ask questions and get
Unlike
answers,
some-
That
and,
one
and
there.
one person is,
Is Hitler.
yeah.
Oh,
And you have to
like
work
it's
out if
like
you're not on the
Yahtzee.
fascist side.
Yeah.
You have to work out who is Hitler, and the other, you know.
Just so you know, the green is the same as Tiki.
Okay.
I like having Tiki there, so I'm not going to change
It's
it. but-
pretty cool. I must admit. Don't drop your pencil.
He kind of needs a little stand to go on, to be honest, but anyway,
Maybe.
that'll do.
That's all right.
Okay.
You know, so he's up there loud and proud, being a tiki like that.
Righto.
Cultural appropriator.
Blame my grandmother. She gave it to me. And then
Now,
blame the guy at the
tiki
airport
is-
that gave it to her.
I've decided the concept of cultural appropriation is complete.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
I can't say it's a complete load, but it is certainly it has problems.
Are they racist now?
It depends. It depends on.
Roll for
It really does depend on
Evasive
context,
maneuvers.
as so many things do.
Come on.
If I was painting in an Aboriginal
yeah.
style
So 5.
Yep,
Oh,
you're safe.
and claiming to be an Aborigine,
That's not just cultural
That's
appropriation,
fraud.
though. That's forgery. Forgery.
yeah, but I don't know. It's a good. It's.
Sorry, let me rephrase.
Because
what I just
all
said,
art
because
is
I've just
theft, as they like to
I've just
say.
repented of it.
Okay.
A lot of things that people get
Klingons
accused
got a
of
lot more
cultural
things around it.
appropriation is actually just
Yeah, but you better
homage.
street, you know.
He started first.
One is
I'm not sure there's. I'm not sure it's really a thing.
the point
it's
is-
sort of been a thing mentioned a couple of times.
We've got to get
But
here because
I'm
we
not
give
sure
them a
there's actually
clear
that many
run.
people out there that
by
are
clearing
genuinely
this laneway.
outraged by
No.
cultural appropriation.
They're all online and they're very small numbers.
as well.
You know,
Most
Well,
crazy.
Should we?
Just so you guys know what I'm doing here,
Yeah.
the Klingons hit that twice,
I don't think
which
we're allowed
removes
to.
its shields, so it
But they
becomes
shoot
just
at us.
effectively 2 drones.
If they shoot at us, we'll go.
Oh, okay.
We'll go on
the
severely.
Klingons.
Is there anything we
the
can do with them
Klingons are
without
winning.
anyone knowing?
Yeah.
Do we have any triples?
We have a
on board?
triple.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
we
all
can
right.
send
do
a triple.
Can
We
I
do. We
suggest
have
that
some
if we
triples.
clear-
We could just, if they shoot at us, we'll beam triples onto their bridge.
We're actually making it easier for them.
I just literally. Okay,
Sorry,
nothing.
sorry, David.
No, I was literally just talking about the same thing. We're actually clearing their run home. Where hopefully they're doing that for us, but
Yeah.
it's,
They're not.
but they're still looking. Yeah, the thing is, if they don't deal with this crap and we turn the corner, we're going to clear. But then hopefully we'll be closer to the end than what they will be if they make a break for it.
Okay, the
So what are you
path
saying?
is-
We shouldn't shoot at
It's
them,
too
right?
late now.
we
we've already
we
cleared
have
half
to
the
get
board.
around, but I'm
Yes.
saying like the run home should be better than the run to the
Yes.
black hole.
It's a strategy and not necessarily a good one,
Yeah.
but it is a strategy to actually try not to try and negotiate slowly around them all. And then
No.
to run home through the clearing they've made for us while they have to deal with the mess we've left
No,
for
we
them.
should run through them as quickly as possible, activate them, and then not shoot them down, leaving them for the Klingons to deal with.
Is that feasible under the mechanics as we've got in the rule system?
I know not.
Yeah, who knows?
It's good
They
enough.
might keep shooting at us. And
Oh, guys, I made up the rules on the fly, so
They
Okay.
might.
Did you see that they
But yeah,
found
I thought the
thylacines?
exact same thing. It was like,
No.
this is a good path home.
They're ones I'm
They
convinced-
thought they found silacines. I think they've.
They turned out to be paddy melons
Oh, for frick's sake!
because they're idiots.
Who
So the
were
paddy
The
melons were running
Thylacine
around.
Spotting Club.
Oh god!
So
Which is,
who?
oh look, I'm making up their name, but it's something like that. Literally, there's a club out there, or there's
Yeah.
a group out there
Yeah.
who've dedicated themselves to finding thylacines. They put out some camera traps, which is something people like me do all the time, and they took some bad photos of some paddy melons and claimed they were thylacines. If you don't know what a paddy melon is, it's a little,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
a
no, you got a
little,
quokka.
little kangaroo-like thing that doesn't look very much like a thylacine.
It's like
The
seeing a
paddy
brown
melons
bear and
snuck
screaming
in with
Bigfoot,
little
yeah.
masks and made them look like thylacines, and they go, this all
Okay, the Klingons have been missed by a big asteroid. So, there you go. But, however, they have not been fully missed. They have been badly damaged by phaser fire. And things are not looking good for them because they took a simulated hit, obviously, to the engines.
Oh, I see.
So the
This is
Klingons
a-
are now running at -1 engine until their chief
so
engineer
they're limping a
makes
bit.
a makes a good roll.
Saving-
Are you telling me this whole thing is happening on some giant holodeck or
Yeah,
something?
pretty much.
No, it's actually sort of. Yeah, the starships are flying. They're real starships, but yes, it's simulated.
It's a live-action war game, you know, like when you shoot underpowered lasers at each other.
It's like paintball.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys going to do something?
Why is first
Yeah,
Dragon
let's
go.
Moon
Let's go
taking
forward.
so long to load?
Urban,
Let's
I
go.
think you roll
Urban,
for
go.
leadership.
But it's for
Well, he doesn't need to roll for leadership because there's not anything shooting at you.
first
Right?
Dragon
Okay,
Moon's
sorry, my
made a
mistake.
whole
In that
cartoon
case,
about
yeah,
the
let's roll.
thylacines that weren't thylacines.
Go, Ray, get us there faster. Go.
4.
I'll see it tomorrow too at the rate it's loading.
So we get to move 4.
You get to move 4.
Okay.
Go. Yay!
Okay. I would have gone the other direction.
That's
myself
right. That's
and-
okay.
and not set off that one.
Well, then we'll set off this one.
Oh my god, how many moves did we just do?
Where did we start?
Oh,
We are here. It's all right.
so confused. I'm stressed now.
I'm just saying it would have been better if we were more to the left because we have to go round that thing.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
a plan.
My plan is to go to here, then go up here, and then
And
go
then sort of do
Oh,
that.
like a this.
It'll work.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't matter. They're both going to register as soon as we go anywhere near
But
them.
I was thinking.
So I
that
don't know
might
if I can go
activate
here.
that one.
Oh,
Can I
that's
go here?
You can't touch it, so
So I
that-
can't go here.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
We'll fit here, though, won't we?
it's,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the Thylacine
Just
Awareness
means you
Group
have to
of
go one further,
Australia.
that's fine.
And I thought
Do
we
they
were
have
nerds.
goggles?
They would.
I like
Sounds
sculpting
suspiciously
little
like a
things.
drinking
I
club
like
to me.
sculpting little things with thylacine.
No, although they have tried to go out and take
I
photos, so
prefer
it's not just
female
like some
myself.
book club that
Just
says
so
they're
you
going to
know,
go for a book and drink a bottle of wine, and then
The,
there's
um,
only wine.
Discrepancy between their name and their activities.
We
and
could
their-
Yes,
make we could
exactly.
make we could
Although
make
it's probably
thylacines
being
out of
overly
plasticine and then take photos of them and claim we've discovered thylacine.
Plasticine thylacines.
Plasticine thylacine.
I made amazing.
Yeah, why don't we make some and
I mean-
hide them in the bush
And
and then
plasticine
tell them
thylacine.
that they're there and these weirdos will go look for them. And,
This is extremely elaborate plan for,
First we have
for
to travel
what
to
actual
Tasmania.
outcome.
and then we could set bear traps around them.
Oh, because it's a comedy thing.
I think we're trying to kill these people.
It wouldn't kill them. If they
That-
stay.
Yeah, if we
That-
ever took them out of the bear traps, eventually
That
they
comes
will
later
die.
when we put them out of the
If they
misery
made
with
little
our shotguns.
pornographic movies with plasticine thylacines, then they'd be obscene plasticine thylacines.
God, I love First Dog on the Moon. There's nothing wrong with being a Paddy Melon, of course. Thousands of Tasmanians are actually Paddy Melon.
God.
Okay.
Thousands and thousands.
Oh my goodness.
He's not lying. That's absolutely true.
Here we go. All right, is it the Klingons' turn? Our turn?
Okay. The Klingon. Sorry, before you go any further,
Yes.
if you come with, just so you know, if you come within 3 squares of one of the
No,
3
you don't.
hexes of one of these thingies, there's a chance that it's going to activate, which that one just
explode.
has.
This one?
I thought
That one there.
Bling! Oh, nothing.
And it is 2,
What the
which
hell?
is drones. So how many drones have we
It
got?
might work that way.
120. He's got Earth drone.
He's got
2
a-
drones.
He's got a handy checklist to tell whether it's a Paddy Melon or a thylacine.
I thought you were going to say
Jesus.
whether it's a drone or a super drone or.
bipedal.
Is it happy?
Okay,
Does it have a pouch?
you're going to do something about that?
Is it
Hey, it's going to roll for initiative.
Okay.
is it carnivorous? Is it extinct?
Its initiative
Oh.
sucks.
Is there one
So you
in
can
my
shoot it
garden
first.
right now eating the roses?
That's a hit.
That's a hit, definitely.
When you ask it, how does it answer?
That's a hit.
That is definitely a hit.
Do you remember
So
the
pass
one
over
a
that
couple of
die
months
there.
ago about the snakes in the garden?
Shot it. Good job, Lomax.
You took it
I
down.
don't remember it.
Okay, the Klingons
You had a
meanwhile.
couple of
no,
chickens
don't
with
let
a
chief
big
engineer
black
is
snake
rolling.
in the garden. Drinking
Oh wow,
water
the
from
chief
a pond.
engineer fixes it totally. So the chief engineer is, of the part is brilliant. He's got back down to nil in damage. Now let's see.
I'm glad I've
The
seen
ops
it.
officer
can't
doesn't
see the
achieve
original
great
photo,
deal,
so
but
for
its
the
shield goes
size.
up 1.
Okay.
Is this thing still shooting at it?
Maybe it's just the head poking out.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it
This
is.
happens all the time. You get these indistinct photographs.
Okay,
They
so
just
now
put 2 and 2 together and came up with
the
5.
chief engineer has made his. By the way, if the chief engineer has to do any repairs like he just did, that means he can't do a roll for going faster.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Well, no, he's not as good as our chief engineer then.
To be fair, he doesn't actually have anything to do with it. Your chief engineer has basically got nothing to do except make it faster. But, okay, they're out of range of any of those things, which is good.
What, he's out of range of this?
Except, well, he's still got that one active.
Good.
So.
Should we have to deal with it?
Science
we
officer
will. You don't
gets
think he's
nothing,
taking
so
it?
he can only choose one, which he's going to choose the one straight ahead of it.
Oh, you're rolling for his science officer.
Yeah,
Their
that's
science
right.
officer.
That one there.
My
Hope he gets
equivalent.
And it is a drone.
Good.
So how many drones?
I'm finding that out right now.
5 drones.
1 drone.
Oh, bugger.
Blah.
Now,
Or a lone piper.
the captain rolls for initiative.
A lone drone.
There we go.
The Scottish drone.
And yeah, the drone's useless. So the captain gets the Klingons get to fire first. Okay, firing 1. Hit. Hit. And hit.
It's gone.
It's gone. All 3 drones are gone.
There was only one.
I was going to take one off that one there.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the super drone. The super drone still has 2 shots.
We should be happy. They've made it less nasty for us.
Okay, misses very, very badly. In fact, it probably shoots itself.
I'm starting to see a little bit of an issue here,
Misses.
which is they'll be rounding the buoy about the same time we do. We're going to come in quite close proximity.
Misses.
We'll see how we go.
Very close, right?
Misses.
Go.
The I would just like to say that the Klingon drone the drone shooting at the Klingon needs to be taken in for remedial shooting lessons because it just got 4 minuses, 3 minuses, 3 minuses, 4 minuses.
Yet it'll have pinpoint accuracy when we round that black hole.
Roll 4 pluses.
Yeah,
You watch
that's
it.
right, then. Take
Okay.
us down.
It's
Righto.
time has come.
Recalibrate.
It's resetting.
Time has come.
It's thinking through its options, realising that it's going to be put out to pasture if it doesn't.
That's right. Needs to perform better.
Okay, you guys, you'll go.
Dang, 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 dang.
All right. So, which direction are we turning in, Captain?
Come on, Captain.
I assume it's
So-
going to be left.
I thought we'd go another 2 this time.
All right, get us quickly.
Oh, we have to go.
No,
Yeah, you can turn any time you like, but you can only turn once a turn
can't go
Why don't
unless
we-
your
Shall we
helmsman
just
rolls
go
well.
here,
Or
We might as
take
well.
on this one, and then cut
Yeah.
up? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Can I change direction and go this way?
Yeah, you can. You can change direction at any time as long as you
4,
only
so I can go
change
forward.
one per turn.
Yeah.
We want to be that
Okay,
close.
so that one's
Why not?
your the science officer rolls to see how well he can. Oh well,
He does well again. This time he rolls a total of 6.
So he can roll. He can spot 3 again.
Well, obviously the one right in front of us.
Yep, good. That is 3, which is a 3 is an asteroid.
Asteroid!
Can I roll to get around it?
Well, not just yet. Okay.
Butsy! We can just hang a left or
That one is a false alarm.
Well, I'll just pull right.
Right, yes, right.
Just pull right and we'll get around it.
Butsy!
That's 3, which is another asteroid. You can put the tiki up for that one.
I don't
Butsy!
know where the tiki's gone.
Tiki's gone.
Tiki gone bye bye.
Oh, here's the tiki.
in the
Get the
ticky
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 back.
ticky ticky room.
Whoopsie.
Ticky ticky.
Okay, righto. So
All the birds sing the words and the flowers cry.
My God.
now the asteroid is screaming at the
I
Tamworth,
feel
and
like I
because
need
it's
to
like,
close the back door.
the asteroid is screaming. The asteroid is screaming out close, and because
Oh, that's why we
it's
should
so
go right
close,
outside
you
the
don't
door.
have much time to react, which means it's got a
You can eat my
-1.
mosquitoes out there. Actually, it's cooled down a lot.
So you've got a -1 to your evasive.
It's like
Okay.
Okay, so
like a big
well,
I
stamina
can't use a
around
fate
here.
point for anything.
so many
well, you can if you've got a
mosquitoes.
fate point,
I do.
an ability that does that.
An ability. Oh, shit, no, I don't have any stunts.
You don't have any stunts, do you? No, you don't.
I have a high concept.
How
Will that help?
high?
What does it say?
My high concept is Top Gun. So I like trick maneuvers.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to give you that. That's fine. That's good. So you can roll for it, and if you don't do well, you can spend the paint point.
Danger zone.
So I've got a 4.
You got a 4, which is enough to dodge an asteroid.
Okay, so I don't need.
Actually, that's a 3. No, it's not. So you do need to.
Okay, well I'll use a
I feel
fate
more
point to
like
make it
Space
4.
Cowboy.
Okay, right. That seems a bit. Okay, but now
Some
comes the
people
other
call me
asteroid,
Maurice.
more normal, and you need to beat 2.
I need to beat 2.
You need to beat 2.
Oh,
I can't even-
okay.
Some call me the space cowboy.
Oh,
Call me the gangster
I
of
got
Delaware.
2.
You got 2.
No, hang on. Am I still at 3 or
Yep.
not? Okay, so I'm still 1 down on my thing. So 3, 2, 1, 2. I got 2.
Okay, 2. Okay, so you're right on 2.
Yeah.
So the asteroid hits, but it hits at reduced damage,
Yeah, it's just
Which means-
it's just hardly anything.
which means you don't lose 2 shields. You only lose 1.
We hit the asteroid.
Yeah, well look
Does
how
that mean the asteroid's gone?
Asteroid gone.
look how close we got to it.
Yes.
Okay. Now the Pach, the Klingon ship,
I thought you were referring to
something
the
strange has happened. Your sensors read a very, very large radiation burst.
They're
The
doing
engine's
something.
gone flume.
No, they're doing something to us. They're going to fire shit at us.
1, 2, 3, 4,
There's an engine boost.
5, 6. By the way, this ticky's gone.
Respect for the tiki.
No, he said that you can change once in a turn.
No.
It's just it doesn't have to be at the start or the end. It can be at the middle.
Okay, fair enough.
Even at
4.
like three
It's a
quarters of the
super
way.
drone.
Remember that.
Yes, remember that. We haven't been taking advantage of that.
Okay.
Oh, we did the last turn. That's right. I think.
So the Klingons now fire at that. So initiative. The captain has 3.
Sorry, what just happened?
Oh,
to
geez, the
radiation?
Klingon has a really bad moment for his captaincy. He's obviously looking at his phone while he's supposed to be flying. So he gets negative. And the drone out initiatives the Klingons.
Excellent.
So it's firing at them.
Go drone, do it. Destroy them.
It misses. It misses. Got 4 shots.
Oh,
It
that's a
hits. So the Klingons have lost their shields entirely again.
Excellent. The one shot away from being
And their last shot
hypothetically blown
misses. The Klingons fire back.
No,
They're shooting at 3.
They could probably get
They
to
hit.
the finish line without actually encountering anything at this point.
So who's
Hits.
going to deliver all my meals for 2 weeks while I can't move?
out. You can't
Nee.
move for 2 weeks.
I will bring you lots of healthy, crispy potatoes.
Oh God!
Misses.
And mushy.
I just fired the shot from there.
No, they'll be nice, solid, fresh ones.
Hit.
Yeah, so how
Okay, so the Klingon hits.
With the dirt still on them.
The Klingon hits 3.
Well,
So
I should be alright.
it's going to take
Yeah,
down.
well,
can-
I'm planning. What I'm planning on doing.
It's going to take down this drone
It's called a
altogether,
bit short last time. I
and
didn't
it's going
realise
to
I'd be
take
so-
off the
I
shields
didn't
on this
realise
one.
I'd have so much of my legs strapped up. So
Okay,
I didn't realise I wouldn't be able to drive really.
Tamworth.
So
Oh, can I just point out
I'll
something
just
here?
make sure I've got at least a week's worth of supplies in the house,
I can make you
so
some
I can
stuff
stay in the
that,
house for a whole week.
that you can freeze.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
make you
no,
some
no,
things.
well, you don't need to.
Just
change
one
it.
little
You can
thing.
just get frozen meals.
No matter how tempting it
I
is,
can
the
cook for
ships
myself.
are strictly
Yeah,
forbidden
you
from
might not
taking pot
be-
shots at
you
each
might not
other.
feel well enough to do it.
Yeah, but
Aw.
I can before I go into hospital. I can cook.
And then freeze stuff. You got enough space in your
I
freezer?
don't have a lot
Normal.
of space, but I have enough for a bit.
Okay, it's normal.
Well,
You
you're
can,
only feeding yourself.
you can go 3.
Yeah. I can live on pop noodles for a week.
No, don't. Turn.
Shouldn't we turn?
Turn. God.
Definitely
For God's
turn right
sake,
at the
turn.
Turn.
That was my thought immediately as well.
Turn. For God's sake, don't keep on
Hang on,
going.
hang on.
Rice,
Urban,
it's nice.
Can we go back to the start there?
Let's go back to the start. Where
If we knew where it was.
How
You need
about
to
we
press
do
Control
1,
Z.
2, 1, 2, 3.
Is it
there.
dangerous to go past the black thing?
No, as long as we don't touch it. Is that alright? Sure, Captain.
And by the way, touching it doesn't actually damage or anything. It just reduces your time. You just get it time.
We didn't touch it. We're squeezing around.
Squeezing around it, that's fine. It's just a beacon.
The Klingon isn't going to push us into it using some sort of gravity well thing as a
Don't give him ideas.
Bear in mind, by the way, guys, that whilst we have to zoom it in really strongly to
Whilst.
see it,
Whilst.
these ships are actually literally thousands of kilometres
Not-
apart.
Not whilst. Whilst.
What?
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't-
Exactly, man.
So, in other words, what I'm saying is, it looks like they're going to crash into each other, but the reality is they're not.
Silence,
going
or I'll come over there and send at you.
I'm
Yes.
pronunciating the
Are you
correct
saying
version
that
of
it's in
Anglo-Saxon.
3D, Jono?
I'm saying it's in 3D and in space is big.
One of these hexagons is 10,000
So we can literally
kilometers.
fly underneath this thing. We don't have to worry about crashing into the Klingon. We can be like this.
Well, what I'm saying is you go past each other, even on the same square, the same hex,
Yeah.
and you're not even within 3D.
Good.
You can't collide with them unless you specifically try, and that would be considered very, very unsporting.
Let's see if they do it to us.
Recycling.
Did you bring your own alcohol, did you, Ray? Good for you.
Do you want one?
No.
Okay, so
Anybody?
you guys ready to? So you've moved.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to
Should I shoot the drone? I don't think I can. There's a thing in the way, or is it not in the way? Because
the beacon. Yeah, the beacon stops you from being able to shoot it.
So the beacon's really big.
Oh, you know what none of us have mentioned, even though it's the most momentous thing that happened this week?
What?
Craig Kelly.
Oh
quit
yes,
the
Craig
Liberal
Kelly going
Party.
down. Well, not
Oh,
going.
did he?
He quit the Liberal Party.
To move to the crossbench.
One of my friends did point something out though.
Now Scott Morrison has a majority of exactly one.
But you know what? That's a very, very good swap, even so.
I think it's worth it. Yes.
Totally worth it. I don't think he's upset about it at all.
Well, it's almost as good.
You can just see ScoMo going, sitting there, just going, stay in government with Kelly, go out of government without him.
Decisions.
One of my friends did point out the scary thing though, which is, on the other hand, Craig Kelly felt that he couldn't speak his mind when he was in the Liberal Party.
Well, he's not going to win the next.
No, just roll that round in your mind a bit.
That's why he needs to join the Nationals, where you don't even need to speak in sentences or English.
I'm going to say he's got no chance of joining the Nationals.
He could join One Nation with all the other.
But no,
All the
the point my
weirdos.
friend makes was, okay, so he's saying he didn't feel he could speak his mind as a member of the Liberal Party.
Yeah.
Think about what he said over the last couple of years and think that wasn't speaking his mind.
Well, you know, he didn't get he didn't get
Just
the
wait
mention
to see what's coming
He
now.
didn't get the mention of the Jewish conspiracy stuff or the pedo gang.
So most people who complain about their free speech being violated are actually complaining about the fact that people are criticising them for the things they say, not stopping them from saying them. What they can't cope with is being criticised for the mad shit.
But
They
They can't
Other
cope with the
people's
free speech. Yes.
the free speech of other
Ironically,
people.
yes. Very much so.
Anyway,
Let's go. Whose turn?
Klingons, you guys have just moved, but you haven't done any shooting. Actually, you couldn't do shooting.
No,
can't-
you
we
would
got
not
nothing
to do some,
Droids.
If you wish to do some
scan.
sciencey things, you can.
Scan the dude.
scan the dude. I win again. That's another.
Damn, you're
6.
going awesomely with your science.
That's
So what
another-
did
So which ones are you going to go for?
These ones.
Can I really scan them that far away?
Well, it's the entire board is a short range scan.
Yeah, just scan these three.
Do we what?
No,
know about those?
no.
Oh, we're past them already.
These three.
Remember, there is one advantage you do get, which is if you scan one of those, you activate it just before the Klingons get there.
Oh, that is true.
Oh, hang
I'll
on.
do this one first.
Okay, righto. That is a 4, which is a super drone.
Super drone.
Scan the other two on the other side.
Yeah.
Let's activate them.
Yeah, that one and the other one that's
Yeah.
in their
The
path.
two that
Okay,
are closest.
that's one. That's a false alarm,
Oh, okay.
and that is
We're really
also a false alarm.
We may be helping them.
We've helped them.
We've helped them.
Well,
It was a
Okay.
calculated risk.
We could have, yeah, we
theoretically,
could have.
they could have rolled that up themselves anyway.
We would.
Now the
we,
super drone
we-
recognizes
we
the closest
hoist
enemy.
ourselves with our own petard.
The super drone recognizes the closest
Hoist
enemy as
ourselves
the
on our
Klingon,
own
Yes.
guard.
so it rolls leadership, which is very poor. The Klingon has stopped looking at his phone and realized that they had a problem, and so he's got the leadership advantage. Now, before he does that, the ops officer.
What about the other two drones?
Well, we got into that, don't worry. The ops officer. I only ever do them with one. Ops officer can give them one more shield, so they're back up to one shield. They're really struggling at the moment. Okay, so the Klingons fire.
I think they're going to be shot 9 times.
One hit, two hits,
That's the shield.
one miss. So they're going to take out the blue drone. Pass that over. The drone fires at the Klingons.
Okay.
Shooting skill of 2,
Oh God!
misses.
Two nursing home residents got.
Yeah,
got
double
misses.
or quadruple dose.
Yeah.
got oh
Yeah,
no!
it's not
Probably
actually
won't matter.
that big a deal.
Hits.
Yeah, it
That
won't matter.
stupid Anastasia was just mouthing off about it.
Hits.
It won't actually
So
matter.
2 hits on the Klingon.
And they already had no shield.
Unless,
They have one shield.
unless they have a sensitivity to the vaccine, that's the only case.
Engine
where
down
there's a
1.
Problem.
These kind
Oh,
of
no.
Steering down
miscommunications
1.
happen all the time.
Oh, so they're just going to travel in a straight line until they fix it.
Yes.
It's going to sail off the edge of the board. We'll never see them again.
Well, they might activate the last drone.
Never mind.
Or whatever it is.
Okay, well, the
But
Klingons.
they're down engines. so they go
But,
slow.
on the other hand, whilst they've lost 1 on their engine, they do have their super magic engine gadget,
Whilst
So that means that there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there.
I reckon if they've lost one engine, they should be able to win the game. But
We're going to have a little problemio.
No, it's
You
space.
might have a little problem,
What do you mean it's?
but you know what else?
What?
The Klingons have a bigger problem
And
They've
because there is a sudden explosion.
Oh.
Oh.
Prepared
so now their engines go fluent.
Your science officer roll for
They
scan.
go too fast, too furious. They hit the nitro, and then like they've just
I
killed
think
themselves.
They hit
5.
they hit the nitro
5.
at the same
Okay.
time. They
You
lost
are
their
reading
engine.
the Klingon ship, and you can see that there is actually atmosphere leaking out of its crew areas right now.
Like for, no, as in for reals, it's
we-
leaking
Are
out.
they
or-
genuinely in distress?
Can we beam
Yeah,
anybody who
we
floats
have to
out of
do
their
that.
ship onto our ship?
Okay,
No, they're already
nobody
dead.
is floating out of their ship at this point,
No,
but atmosphere is leaking out at quite furious rate.
And this is not a hologram. This is like
This is
they're
real.
dead set. Okay, we
As
got
an
Okay.
engineer, can I put a force field to hold their atmosphere in around them?
You don't have that kind of equipment at the moment. That's sort of enterprise
Can
level
we,
equipment.
can
They
we
want-
calculate how long they've got?
Captain.
Yes.
It's your decision.
Somebody
Is that up to
communicate
me?
with them?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
say-
give the order.
So science
Sail the
is just-
ship.
Science is asking a really good question first, which is yes.
No, you failed it, monkey.
You don't know how long it is. You're willing to say that it's not long, but you don't know how long.
Can you hail the ship, please?
So you can hail the ship. Yeah, you can have a go at hailing it. Ops roll.
Okay, Dave, Dr. Dave, your turn. Will you please roll 4?
No. You don't want to borrow these dice and roll them.
No,
Jackson?
no. You can do
I'm
it.
gonna
My
roll
ultimate skill is 4. Please roll for me.
But my streak of good luck has finally failed.
No, that's
Okay.
See, I told you.
You are able to
-1.
hear. You are able to hear only static from the Klingons.
It would
What-
seem so, yes.
This
Okay.
seems to be an opportunity
What
for us
kind
to
of-
be noble and
what,
wonderful.
to be
What-
Starfleet.
What
Yes.
kind of wound is there on the ship's hull?
You can't really see terribly much. What you can see is that the Klingon, the hull is very definitely damaged.
Okay, if we do some science calculations,
We
The,
did-
science officer just
I
did just
try,
do that.
I did try and
Um,
calculate
he was-
how long they've got.
he was
before they
able to
all
determine-
asphyxiate,
He was able to determine that they don't have long, but he doesn't know how long.
but I don't have much precision
No,
on
but-
this estimate.
No,
okay, but it's a
If
different,
they have no
different
shields,
question,
we can just
different
beam the
question,
entire crew
different
off.
question.
or not my circus, not my monkeys.
Different.
There must be a million
Different
emergency
question.
vehicles around.
You think someone will come to their aid?
That's true.
Someone will come to their aid.
Ray is actually
We
asking a
should
different
press
question.
on.
From the rate with which they're venting atmosphere, as well as trying to figure out how much they have left, you can also try and figure out how big the hole is in the hull.
Okay,
Can I
I
ask you a
can, I
question?
can tell you.
Would they
You,
help
don't,
us?
you haven't had enough science to work out the details,
Yeah,
but you
that's
can
probably
say
right.
that the hole is big. How's that?
Or what, just to laugh at us? They would. They'd help.
yeah.
They'd rescue us just to
Oh,
win
yeah.
the race and say
Rub
how
it
we
in
had
our
to,
face.
how we had to
How
pick
we
up like
had
they
to
were
be
freaking the
rescued.
Now,
surf
what did you
lifesavers
say
of the
before,
galaxy.
Peter?
If
Okay,
they're
fair
shielded
enough.
down, we can literally beam the
Yeah, we
entire
could,
crew off.
and then they can say that we never won fair because we took them off their own ship, and they were doing just fine.
Ops, if you want to, if with the subject to the captain's order, if you wish to attempt to transporter lock,
Oh, shit,
you
do
can
we want
roll
to?
for ops.
They'll be pissed. They'll want to die.
If we beam
But,
them over.
but they might want to die.
We
Like
can
this might be
remind
the
them
honourable
that
thing to
no,
do.
They're not in battle. They're not going to die in battle. It might be
die.
slightly embarrassing.
Die
but
in
it's not.
race.
Die in race might be the same thing. This is like
Why
a
don't
big
we
deal for
communicate
them.
with
Starfighter's the
the
only thing I can
organisers
think
of these shenanigans?
The family of Cobalt
See
the
what they're
Bar
doing
died in the
about
race.
it. Okay,
We will never mention their name ever
You
again.
you contact the people
race
back,
peoples.
race organisers. They say we are sending out an emergency vehicle, but
It's too far away.
it's the
gonna
damage
take
on the
time.
Klingon
Yeah.
does look pretty bad, and it does look like
Get 'em
we're
off.
gonna be
Beam
able
them
to-
off.
Get 'em
Well,
off.
yeah, then we
Get 'em
have
off.
to.
Okay,
All right, let's
operations
get a
roll. Peter,
transport
your
lock.
turn. Roll. My operation skill is 4.
No,
You're
look,
rolling on
no,
behalf of
no, just
Saxon.
wait. If you roll badly, they'll only die. All right, don't feel bad.
I'll do a Peter roll.
Has he done
So
it?
do you agree
But she didn't
that
knock
they
anything
were
over.
in the lead?
Has he done
Did he
it?
say skill was 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you got 4.
I think once we beat
Okay.
off, we should go back. The way we
4
came and
is
leave them
enough
in the race.
for Saxon's character
Give them
to
the honour.
attempt a transporter lock. She achieves a heroic attempt, but something's going funny here. They seem to be phasing into and out of existence.
Oh, they've completely crippled their warp drive.
What do we do now?
Science roll?
They're going in and out of the warp.
What you think that their super engine thing
Yeah.
is
6.
actually like a time-
Okay. Your
Yeah,
excellent roll has
Inside
revealed.
voice.
We're literally
Have
going
they
to a
stopped
different
moving?
dimension.
Yeah.
But they're very much
Like
stopped moving.
discovery
So- and
kind
we've
of
stopped
warp
moving?
core thing.
Well, yes, you've stopped
No
to
idea,
stop to look at what's going on.
Are they operating on like tardigrades or something? Is that what they're?
They're
They got
operating
plugged
on
Oh,
targets.
don't
Yeah.
go
He
there.
just got an awesome roll.
Yeah.
I got 6.
They've
Which
got
means
some
that he
dodgy
knows-
warp thing that
Uh,
they're using.
Yes.
There is triolic radiation emanating from the Klingon ship. This is the reason for the interference with communication and transporters. It also explains the sudden burst of speed. They'd been feeding trionium into the impulse generators. This is a risky strategy. It greatly increases performance, but at the expense of engine stability.
Fair enough.
And they blowed themselves
Oh,
out.
And they blow themselves up.
So we can't bring them over. Can we go over to the ship and?
That would
Not
be
on a
crazy.
dive. What with
you
a shuttle?
Okay,
Oh shit!
when
Like, put some
Saxon
sort
did
of
his
gate
roll,
between the
Yeah.
two ships.
when Saxon did his roll, he was able to determine one thing that's worth mentioning here.
Yes.
You can get onto the ship. Getting off will be the problem.
Do you mean beaming on?
The ship's kind
You
of.
can beam on, but
Can't we
beaming
just go
off will be
up
the
to the
problem.
ship and put a
The
gate
ship
between
is
them?
currently phasing in and out of reality.
Oh, the whole ship is not just.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
not so much the whole ship, but random parts of the ship, which is kind of bad.
Did you Didn't you ask if you could put a shield on
Force
them? or
field,
did-
and I got the answer no,
Yeah, okay.
because we're not cool enough to have that.
That's the stuff they fit onto the Enterprise and things
Yeah,
like that.
that's right.
If
not,
we
not
go
our
onto
ship.
their ship,
We would phase
we
in and
reverse
out.
whatever they've done.
How?
I think
We
so.
don't even know what they've done.
yes,
Beyond
we
a
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we'd meet them.
We do know
wouldn't we?
what
And
they've
they would-
done. They've loaded trionium into your engine and blown them
Yeah,
themselves
but
up.
how? Is it a divisive attach or they just throw blocks of it at?
Yeah, you throw blocks at it.
So, is there
You
any
got
of
to
the
cut them up
ship?
into handleable chunks.
You know what?
Can we track
Then
to
you
the
pour
ship?
kerosene into your steam.
Your tractor beam is having trouble locking onto them as well.
Can we?
I think I've got a plan, but it's not fully formed, and it involves
Okay.
a cat in a box and a radioactive decaying particle.
Oh god.
So, are any of the ship bits of this ship able to be beamed out?
Okay, there is one thing that you
Yes.
might be able to do.
Send Dave over to fix it.
Bye bye.
Engineering roll.
You might not come back,
he's the engineer.
Or he
Why
might
is it
come,
me?
but
but
he
it's
might
not-
he
but
might come back to be someone else.
but it's a risk I'm willing to take.
4.
Okay, that's good enough.
I'm back. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, that's
The
right,
engineer
you might
has a
come
plan. Pattern enhancers in standard mode will
Meet
quickly move
Ensign
out
Hitler.
of phase, but if a crew member beams over and places them carefully, adjusting the nutational frequencies on the fly,
He's got the
they
drinking
might be
moustache
able to
on the
work
first
for
one.
just long enough to get the crew off the path.
That sounds
before
like
it
your
runs
job.
over here. This will take a science roll and an engineering roll.
Sounds like both your jobs. Off you go. I'll park the ship here.
Bravely.
It's a risk I'm willing to take. Off you
Of
go.
course I do.
How long again do we have?
To what?
Not
Do
long.
this? How long?
Not long. You don't know, but not long.
Not
Not
long till
more
we have a
TM.
pile
Are
of
two
corpses
people
to deal
enough
with
to do
rather
this
than a
fast
crew.
enough?
Do you have people who can do this? Do you have people who've got
Are
heroicness?
two people enough to do this in time, or do
Who-
we need more?
if you've got basically, you just need an engineering roll to succeed and a science roll to succeed.
Oh,
Well, I better go then.
Well, that was beyond a
I
doubt.
was going to suggest using the
Okay,
transporter to
so
just
we have to
replicate
beam
them.
over into this weird environment
Yep.
where things
Good luck.
falling in and out of existence. And I do an
Have we got our
engineering roll.
spacesuits on?
I
Because we
think
totally
yes, I
should.
think
Yes,
you're
I
right.
do.
Now, can I just say,
Oh,
the science officer has just come up with something which seldom seems to be mentioned in Star Trek. Wearing spacesuits.
Because he's
I'm
seen
giving
the
you a
movie.
fate point for actually thinking of something that Commander Riker never does.
Hooray!
So give yourself another fate point and bring spacesuits.
Oh yes, how do we use fate points again?
You can, well,
Aren't they like win the points except different?
is this?
Yeah.
I've just made a roll. Is that
Yeah.
my engineering roll? then?
no, you've got to go over there and
Okay.
explore.
Just as you get over there.
So, in other words, so just to understand, you've got pattern enhancers, which are frugally things which you put
Not
around.
devising things, yes.
Yeah, they magically make transporters work better.
MacGuffins.
MacGuffins, that's right.
Once you go over, we can't communicate.
No, we're doomed.
They're on their own. It'll be like they were never here.
I take a torch with me so that I can.
What I love is in Star Trek they're called a hand beacon.
It'll be that like that scene in Chernobyl when
They're a
they're,
torch.
when they're in the centre of the bloody thing and all their torches go out. And they're like,
Yes,
anyway,
that's a freaky movie.
it's people seen Chernobyl. It's because
It's pretty freaking awesome.
watch it.
I'm still
Watch
amazed all
No,
three
really.
of those guys
Watch it.
survived. But yeah.
It's amazing
So you're heading over?
and very true to what actually
Okay.
happened.
Okay, so I presume we'll need an
Not a
obstacle
happy-
to transport
not a
them
happy
over,
time.
even if we
No.
can't
Yes, you
transport
do.
them back.
I couldn't
Okay,
imagine it
Dave
was.
Stroud,
Sort of
please
light
roll.
evenings watch.
Yes, I'm rolling.
Okay, so
My base skill of 4 plus
Rolling,
whatever
rolling,
to
rolling.
transport them over.
Okay.
But
Let's see
that
where they
scene
end
in
up.
particular
I'll do
scared
this.
the
Two.
crap out of me.
What do you mean two?
it's okay.
They're 4.
It's okay for rolling them over. If there was rolling them back, they'd have been just scattered all around the universe.
Or they could have been one person, like two things.
2 weeks, yes, that's right.
Wow, that would have hurt. But it's okay, they're there, Captain.
Okay.
They're all good.
Oh, that's right. you're
Okay,
going
so
too.
the science engineering team. By the way, is there anybody else who went with them, or is it
No.
just them?
Who's senior in this bunch? Who's in command?
He is.
Ah,
the first
excellent.
officer.
Yeah. Science engineering team arrives on the path, and they find a
That's his
mess.
command face.
They're looking around. The crew mostly have bad burns, and the first officer and chief engineer are
We
unconscious.
should have had a medical officer with us as well. That would have been
That would have been
that
smart.
would have been smart. Do we have
But
one of
We
those?
don't.
No, they got it.
There's my avatar, but that's about it.
Yeah, we don't even have one.
I don't remember his replacements. So.
Please state the nature of the man.
I brought a packet of band-aids.
That's what we've got. Yeah, exactly.
Please do not throw hands at me.
Okay, the engineer notices that there is that the ship has a few conduits that are out of action, but to his surprise and delight, they appear to be more or less mechanical problems caused by the blast, not actual bits of the ship phasing in and out at this point. Okay, so with a fair roll or better, he should be able to repair that, and that will allow communications to be restored.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
Nope.
God.
1.
No.
Nope, can't
No.
fix it.
Never
shit.
like that ever again.
How do we use fate points? We have to have a reason to use them.
Okay, well, you've got to... What?
Well,
Oh, it's on the floor. It's gone forever.
that's the rules.
Okay, meanwhile, if you have a look at your list of aspects and stunts, you might be able to come up with something that will allow you to fate point that.
Where's stunts? Oh, there.
We can see that light flashing manfully from Wilmington. Not Morse code.
The torch, that's why you brought the torch.
I keep forgetting I have +1 in hand-to-hand combat. Not that it's working. Not that it's doing me any good right now. Unless I just start punching Klingons in case that helps.
It couldn't hurt.
It might.
So what was I doing?
You're trying to repair a conduit. It was simple mechanical damage. You rolled on it and you buggered your roll, so...
You've damaged it
So
even
now
more.
you're looking for
So
an
it's
excuse.
basically a mathematical problem because I've got to figure out the distances and the cosines of the wavelength in order to solve
I'll
it.
give you that, yes.
Okay, then it's now 2.
I can see a matrix algebra shortcut.
Okay. That's the lamest excuse ever, but I'm giving it to you. Yes, because I want you to have communication with the ship. So, You can now communicate with the Tamworth again, which is a good start.
So was that a fate point I just spent?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Was it worth it?
You're going to need to adjust it.
Yes.
Okay, so
So
At this
when-
point-
in order to use a stunt, which says I have. Yeah. Okay.
I've never really done terribly well with helping you organise the right sorts of stunts. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
We're fine. We're happy.
If we could use them like wiener points and just use them in Green Adventure or whatever.
Well, it's supposed to be
Wiener.
like wiener points, but also used a lot more frequently. And I'm supposed to give them to you more frequently.
Yeah. Well, none of us are embracing the fate system to the extent
Well,
that
I was
we
about
should
to-
embrace our
I
fate.
was, I was actually
It
about
seems to be
to
a
start
common
using
problem because
them.
we have the
for
same
my
setup on my Saturday group,
rolls.
and we
I was
don't
about
use
to
them enough
start
either.
churning through them to win the
That would have
race.
been very
Kind
smart,
of
yeah.
reason to use
I
them.
kind of lost the opportunity when it turned
yeah,
from
the
a
fact
race
that
into
you need a
rescue
reason
mission.
is what stops you.
That's right.
Who runs
While
the
you
fate
guys are in
system?
here-
Not you.
No, we had something
want to
similar.
use it. That's
Mike
my reason.
uses a highly modified
That's why
version
Wiener
of the old
points are
champions.
You hear clomping noises,
Okay.
and you see the captain storming in. By the way, I should mention here that you've really only been on the ship for about 30 seconds, so it's no great surprise that nobody's reacted yet. But your luck has run out. The captain arrives here.
And this is why he says, "What have you done to my ship?"
Yes, he's saying his first comment is, "This is not honourable. How have you done this to my ship?"
Yeah, I told you. It's going to be your fault.
But
Make
they
a
knew
persuasion
what they
roll.
were doing.
Maybe they didn't.
Maybe he's wondering if you know what they were doing.
Well, I can say something.
Well, say something then.
I know
Overloaded
you've been
the-
putting those trianiums or whatever they're called in your
you friggin'
engines.
overloaded your own
We
engine, of course.
Recorded. We detected the radiation,
Yeah.
Mister Man.
What are you, Greta Thunberg?
Yeah. Oh God, yes, that's right. Bring up your Greta
There's nothing.
Thunberg
There's
hologram.
nothing more
Let her-
terrifying than an angry Greta. Thunberg.
Yeah, and let her have it at him.
Okay, make a diplomacy roll.
You've let us down,
The
Trump.
captain
We hate you.
captain nods. This is obviously not a welcome piece of news, but it's one that he was half expecting. Yes, our attempt to match your greater
A greater what? Maneuverability?
your greater impulse
Our
power.
greatness.
Reputation?
Let's just say our greatness.
Yeah.
Our attempt to match your impulse engine has failed.
Our
Yes.
beauty.
Yep,
Um,
that's true.
And
All of it.
much as I wish we could sort this out ourselves, the Klingon captain admits that, look, we are in trouble and we do need your help.
We certainly do, because you're going to run out of air. That's why I'm not breathing the stuff that you've got.
Are you sure you don't want to put on a Cockney accent and have him say, "It's a fair cop, Gov"?
It's a fair cop, Gov.
Do you idiots have suits you can put on, like with helmets?
Well, we might.
Prometheus
It depends if the right parts of the ship are still.
That's a true point.
You didn't bring extra Klingon suits.
Engineering roll.
This time for sure. See,
Much better.
I told
Commander Tangaroa has been looking through his tricorder during this conversation, and he breaks in and warns the captain that he's just been able to calculate the air loss rate here.
We're going to
And
get
the
stuff
ship has
Captain.
under 5 minutes
There you
before
go.
it's
Going.
going to be empty.
Before
It's
everyone
going to be
goes,
empty. I'll be
Okay,
fine in my
can we
suit.
please
You're
put
not
up
going to be
the
able to
captain
breathe.
enhancers
Oh,
and
it's
we
going
should
to be like the
be able
end of
to
the
evacuate your
Goldfinger.
crew, and
Yes.
there will be no
Could be.
loss of honour because you are not in battle, so there's no dishonour in it.
You just got yourself a fate point
Yay.
because you just managed to cut off the Klingons' objections before they started. He was about to He was about to prattle about the honour of a captain going down with the ship.
It would be
There's no-
dishonourable to lose your crew for
A game.
for foolish honourable reasons.
For a mere game.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, for it's hubris. It's not.
Yes.
It's not honour. It's hubris.
Explain to him that if you're losing a game of chess, you don't shove the queen through your own eye.
Oh, hang on. That probably doesn't work for Klingons.
Well, maybe they would.
What if it distracts Barry Kasparov long enough for you to take him out with your last remaining pawn?
Yeah, and the blood sprouting from your eye.
With the Glock 9mm.
Well, what if you try and do keep score?
Sticking
What if
points in
shots
my
in the
eye,
board.
but it actually won me the game.
If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid. Is
If
that
it's
what you-
stupid and it works, it's not stupid.
Well, that's what they were singing before they hit their nitro button.
It has been. Okay. The captain relents and permits himself and his crew to be rescued.
I just picture Klingons
Have they
feeding
got an
giant
engineer who
logs
can
of this.
help us?
Oh, well, they would,
exactly.
but he's
Yeah,
unconscious.
kind
We
of
mentioned that
steam
before.
engines.
Can
So-
we sciencing it up help at all?
Well, you need to science it up right now because you need
Can we
to
do our roles
you need
now,
to do the
our
role for the,
science roles, our engineering roles?
for the science and engineering. Yep, go
Now,
for it.
we could complete the course and win, but is there any
three.
honour in completing the course and beating
four
a
is good
completely
enough.
crippled?
You're not quite there yet.
We just have to.
Have you
go
got any fate points you can?
I've got lots of fate points. It's
That's-
just a question of how to use them. Can I see an alternative
true.
path to the summit?
Yes, you can.
We'll
yeah,
tow
that's,
the,
yeah,
we'll
you
tow
pay
the
a
ship
fate
if it
fate point.
survives, and
Together
we'll,
we
all
all
win
win
that means you roll
together.
again.
All of it.
Yep.
and we'll share joint
6.
winning
6.
shit things.
You
with
see
it.
an alternative path, and you manage to readjust it, and
Why not?
the
it's very
the
Starfleet.
team is now.
No, you don't want to.
No, we're just going to wait, and then the emergency vehicle can come take the Klingons away, and then we can win on our own.
Okay, you have now.
want to read the
You are now in a place where
love
the
it.
transporter crew have a clear lock.
Okay, my turn.
Just beat
Well,
yourself
actually,
back
roll
over,
the dice for
guys.
once.
They're not going to
Now, I will point out that if this goes badly, I will burn a fate point and use my calm in the face of danger.
Yes.
aspect
Perfect.
Good idea.
Perfect.
to 4.
Yeah.
3.
Down to 3. Burn this fate point.
Not to re-roll.
That's even better.
No, that's
it's
neutral.
So it's neutral. So basically
Oh, I
3 in
thought that was
total.
a negative.
3 is enough.
Okay. Can I have any pencil, please, to mark off these feet?
Okay, righto. So you have managed to rescue the Klingons. The Klingons march as one man into the center of the pattern enhancers. Stand in a heroic
Now
pose,
beam them onto the beacon.
holding their wounded comrades, and they are beamed onto the Tamworth.
Oh, damn it. It was going to be more
And
straightforward.
and a heartbeat later, the 2 crew members beam back onto the Tamworth as well.
They heroically
They heroically.
heroically get their asses saved by the Federation scum.
Meanwhile, the science other crew members, whatever you call them.
Can we get them down to medical?
We now
Because
post
obviously
Polaroids
they're
with our
burnt
helmets,
and
you know,
stuff
like
like
this.
that.
Yes, you definitely get them down to medical.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, take them down to sick bay.
Can we souvenir some parts of their ship?
Yeah, of course.
I don't think you want to go back to that ship right now because
We never said went back. Could we just take
I think
them?
there's bits of the ship stuck to my suit right now.
the triolic radiation is already such that the that the 2
They
crew
need
members
the
who are
spray.
there will be wanting some decontamination.
I have a paperweight. It's there 50% of the time.
I might need a spray down myself.
I don't want to go through Enterprise style decontamination with Dr. Dave.
What's Enterprise style income? What happens?
Is it the Doctor No Big Brushes? Is it? It's not the Doctor No Big Brushes?
Basically, get naked and rub cream on each other.
Oh yeah, you have to do that.
What kind of Star Trek
Where did
fan
that-
Oh,
fiction
is
is
that Is that
Enterprise?
no, not Voyager?
Enterprise.
No, it's Enterprise, isn't
Oh
it?
my goodness!
Because that's how the sick writers did the Vulcan girl.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how they managed to get
She
most
just
of the
happened
work
to
off.
she just happened to drop her space cap suit at the drop of a hat, didn't she? Yeah.
no. Yeah, and I'm sure that was her plan.
I'm so
It's
glad
like
Jolene Blalock was
It's
not
like the guy sitting in the room and go, "Oh, how can we make her take her clothes off?"
Remind me
I don't
to
know why
look
there's
up-
some of the
remind me to
Australian
look up
writers,
this-
but-
That was,
this
yeah, that was
episode on
very
Netflix.
Australian. I'm worried.
Meanwhile,
I haven't watched anything since What's His Face and Jingo Man went to the castle wall and
the
the
science
Is that Game of
science
Thrones?
the science
Could
officers
be.
on the bridge.
I have no idea.
The backup science officers on the bridge, by the way, have reported that about 30 seconds after the crew were removed, the path stopped leaking air.
probably
Oh, well,
it's
that's
out
good.
there.
Eventually,
Mainly
all
because
air
it is
leaking
now.
stops.
Yeah, that's right. Like the old doctor's saying that all bleeding stops eventually. The Klingon ship would have bled almost literally to death.
Yeah.
Is it going to explode?
No, it's not going to explode.
We waited
it's
around
leaking
for
air.
it.
It's done all the splodies it needs to do.
This being a race and not a battle, they will be able to salvage it fairly soon.
Yeah.
So, but the
I was about to say, drop a proton torpedo into it as we go past.
that would be considered
Right
somewhat
into the wall.
dishonourable.
It's in our way. No.
So, now wait, the race isn't over.
Of course it is. We have no competitor.
It'll be a tie.
That's what I said. We can win together. We're all on the one ship.
We go back to whatever the base is for medical attention for the Klingons. The race is unimportant at this stage.
Oh,
Okay, your call.
Well, it's the
where
captain's
is
call.
where
Well,
is
as
the
a crew.
base on this?
Well, if you get back to here, you're back at the base.
Well, then we just finished the
no,
race.
finish the race. Let's go back. Let's finish the race.
Well, yeah. The only consideration is whether there's any critical cases that don't
It'll actually take us longer to get back if we go round the buoy. I don't think we should go round.
We're around. We're practically around the
halfway
buoy.
around already.
Well, we're not.
we do it in
Where are all
victory
these
lap.
emergency vehicles
No.
that were coming?
The emergency
line for
vehicle-
the finish line.
The emergency vehicles have
We're
The
already.
fastest way back.
the
is to
emergency
go that
vehicles
way.
have now
Can we do a turn like that?
before you
Yes.
make too many decisions, the emergency vehicles have now turned up and they have got the Pach in tow, and that means that it is absolutely necessary for all the simulators and drones to be switched off for safety reasons.
It's still completely dishonourable to finish the race in this condition.
No, it's not. If you're in a race and the other car breaks down, you don't just throw the race.
Whilst you are
Let's not throw
having
the
this
race.
discussion on the bridge, the badly injured Klingon but still standing Klingon captain arrives on the bridge,
Excellent.
nods his head to the crew members, says, "You have behaved honourably this day, but there is one thing that honour requires that has not been done."
Yeah,
He's
take
gonna-
the dagger.
Now he's going to shoot you. We never would have. Yeah. Oh god.
Who is Uchi?
One thing that honour requires that has not yet been done.
There we go.
The race has not been complete.
Yeah.
We
Let's
have
do
to
it.
complete the race.
Let's do
Please
it.
give the order.
Is he in well enough to accompany us?
I think he's going.
I assume they are. They don't have a choice.
He's a Klingon.
I'm
They're
sure
always
they'll
well
load
enough what
them
they
on the
do.
emergency ship.
Let's get round the boy. Come on.
Okay, so let's turn. Let's finish this damn thing. Go. They switched off all this shit, so it's just
There's literally nothing to stop us. We just zoom around.
No, we need
Yes,
to make
you
lots
zoom
of
round.
rolls
Oh, for fuck's sake.
and then move for every turn.
Move to the bloody end of the race.
Can we get here? Can we get put the tardigrade things on? And go,
You go past the super drone, which is somewhat anticlimactic since it's doing nothing.
I'm sure these people are just riveted now. If we had one viewer, surely to God they wouldn't be watching now.
No, this is the best bit in the whole show. Yeah. Be careful about those decisions you're making.
This is significantly more painful than I thought it was going to be.
And then, just as this is happening, a message appears on the screen saying, "Take your medication."
Yep, I need to. I need to.
Your psychiatric medication.
Yep.
The ship arrives at Space Station 0, and and when it docks, the medics are ready to take the Klingons off to more Klingon first aid, and so they are taken off. At this point,
Supposed to break
the
down the
Star-
champagne bottle to spray
the
each other.
Starfleet admiral who is here as an official observer walks on board the Tamworth, turns to
Oh,
Captain Rorschach and says,
you're fired.
"Damn it, you're supposed to lose."
That would have been a cliffhanger.
If I was fired.
Yeah.
Captain Rorschach You and your crew have excelled yourselves today. Commendations will be noted on all of your records, as well as you quite legitimately winning the championship of the short course Starship Sprint.
Congratulations, Admiral.
You have done superbly. In
You
addition,
get to command a ship if they throw in that. Huh?
That's all right. You've been happy.
in addition,
Take whatever ship you want.
the Klingons have informed me that you are to be accorded the highest honour.
You get the Klingon sword shitty thing.
I thought they were just going to face slam it 20 times.
Yes!
Not quite that
Face
high on
slam
honour.
the Empire!
You know, that's like
Now it's my turn.
you have to walk through a line to get a paddling or something as you go up to get your reward. It's not going to be nice.
Painstick, yeah.
Yeah, the pain sticks. Yes, you get the honour of the pain sticks.
Pain stick of honor.
Quadjinagil. Which, by the way, literally means face me if you dare.
Yeah.
No, the Klingons have asked the honour that each one of them, when they give the medal ceremony after they get out of hospital,
No.
each one of them would like to personally give you your medal.
Oh.
All 20 of them stick one medal.
And step and lift. The Admiral warns you
The medal's like
to
5 feet
accept.
wide.
Would be.
The Admiral does warn you to accept the ritual painsticking that will happen during the medal ceremony with honour.
Thank you, sir. Can I have another?
That is actually the correct Klingon answer.
Well,
So,
Well
you
done.
folks have now just won the championship.
fortune and glory.
We never got the face of Ferengi.
It's a shame.
A formidable opponent.
So, several days later, after
Oh,
enjoying
wow.
the hospitality of the Klingon Empire,
An epilogue.
Bendy.
you all get back on the ship. Now, before you do so, you may recall that a few days ago, when Captain Rorschach was being captured, the price that the Romulans asked for
Jeez.
your
Go.
for your
They want
cooperation
you, don't
is
they?
they wished
Yeah.
to have a word with your helmsman.
You're going to have babies.
Probably.
The helmsman goes to speak to the Romulans. It's a short time that he's with them, but when he comes out, he seems all right, but a little pale.
What happened
You get on board
Been
the
replaced.
starship,
with a doppelganger?
and when you get on board the
Pale
starship,
double.
you have been given orders to head towards the Beta Strongren system at maximum, not at maximum warp, at best cruise speed. So you are going to go there to help out with the mining equipment that needs repairs. So you're going back to regular starship duty, as is your normal.
Excellent.
Want. You, the captain gives the order to travel, and the helmsman appears to start shifting into warp. But just as he does so, he says this.
My God, it's full of stars.
Yeah.
Captain, I'm sorry to do this, but there has to be a change of destination.
And he stands up and shoots the captain with a phaser on heavy stun.
Ooh.
To be continued.
Now this is the last.
This is the last
Yeah,
episode.
yeah. So you're leaving us on a cliffhanger.
Yep.
I just had to laugh when you say, well, that would be a cliffhanger. I said, you'll see a cliffhanger in a moment.
So,
Now, what is actually going to happen?
Yeah.
I have no freaking idea, but I'll figure that one out.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, you've got about a year before you.
And let's be realistic about this.
And that's assuming we don't have any more COVID lockdowns.
Oh, no, right. Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Surely with the vaccine rollout
I
and
think we're fine. The
Yeah,
key,
everything.
I mean, the key